4-10s. I don't know. And then, all right, the game is underway. And quickly down the field, it's Carlos Gracida. Gracida out in front for La Spadana. Nice approach shot, a little bit to the right. Carlos, no one there to bother him. Carlos shoots, and he's got the first score of the game. Carlos Gracida, the #1 for La Spadana. Last year's final, I believe he scored 8 or 9 goals, and he's on his way today. Again, we'll probably make some. The two highest rated teams, La Spadana in the green and white, Indios Chapa 2 in the white with the red. Two mounted officials, Tayo Estrada, Gabriel Donoso. Estrada talking to the players now. Apparently there was maybe some problem in that first throw-in. Not by Carlos Gracida standards. Okay, the ball is coming out of the pack now by Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo in the dark helmet. Something new for Gonzalo. We're used to seeing him in a white helmet. Gonzalo shot downfield. Benjamin Raja turns it back for Indios Chapa. It's in the air. Turning quickly. Gonzalo Pires looks over his shoulder. Backs the ball down to his #4, Ernesto Trots. Trots coming in. Eduardo Hegi makes the backhander for Indios Chapa. Benjamin Raja breaks away quickly. Gonzalo Pires going back on the defense. Benjamin pushing the ball forward. Benjamin Raja, that ball hopping over his stick, but right behind Alberto Pedro Hegi fires a bullet well downfield. A strong shot. Carlos Gracida defending with a next shot. Gonzalo Pires turns around a little bit further. Here comes two players together. Eduardo Hegi coming in. Alfonso Pires gets away from two Indios Chapa players. Indios Chapa looking for a foul. Alfonso looks like he might have been fouled, but nonetheless, he continues forward. A bump and a ride off. Eduardo Hegi's back shot. Pepe Hegi comes through, runs into Alfonso, and then Benjamin Raja gives Alfonso a little push. So, okay, Eduardo Hegi, beautiful shot on the penalty 5. Ernesto Trots running back for that La Spadana defense. Ernesto, short backhander. Alfonso Pires comes in, turns on the line, and takes the whistle. To take the penalty 3 for Indios Chapa 2. Eduardo Hegi at the 40-yard line. The ball is high in the air, through for the goal, and it's all tied at 1 goal apiece. So 1-1 the score here in Chucker #1. Grimavilla Estrada puts the ball back into play. Out the back door comes Ernesto Trots with a hammer-like backhander. Carlos Gracida coming in, can't quite get to the line. Eduardo Hegi makes the backhander. Backed along a little further by Alberto Pedro. But Ernesto Trots will turn it around for La Spadana. Alfonso Pires tries to trap the ball. Alberto Hegi, short back shot. Pires taking Eduardo Hegi out. And Benjamin Raja comes down, picks up the ball, and picks up a whistle. Ernesto Trots take the penalty 5. Ernesto, beautiful drive. Off the left-hand side, that ball caught by the wind. Carlos Gracida, near side neck shot, perfection. Right on through. Ernesto Trots passing up to Carlos. Carlos whipping the near side neck shot right between the goalposts. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so after Carlos Gracida's second goal of the game, Gonzalo Pires makes the backhander. Benjamin Raja returns the favor in a backhander of his own. Gonzalo loses the play. Ernesto Trots passes the ball back across field for Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo at the sideboards. Gonzalo sends the ball right towards the boards. Alberto Pedro Hegi backs it up, but it's off the playing field and out of bounds. 2-1 the score, midway through Chucker #1. Gabriel Donoso lining the players up, blows the whistle, calling for a proper lineup. All right, the ball is... No, it's not back in play. A little false start there. All-important match. Out of the lineup. Ernesto Trots takes it on the near side. Trots challenged by Pepe Hegi. Alberto Pedro coming in. Makes the backhander across the field. Eduardo Hegi. High lofted back shot. Alfonso Pires knocks it down. Coming into play, Gonzalo Pires tapping the ball one time. Gonzalo comes up the right-hand side of the field. He's got a man on his hip. It's Alberto Hegi. Gonzalo passing the ball over to his number 1. Carlos Gracida moves in for the score. Carlos shoots, and Carlos Gracida gets his 3rd goal of the match, and it's now 3-1. Carlos Gracida. Okay, you'll note how Gonzalo just held that ball, waiting for Carlos to get in position. All right, here we go. Gonzalo Pires hooks them out of Pepe Hagi. Alfonso Pires, short back shot. Picked off now by Benjamin Raja. Benjamin, deep neck shot. Over to his number 1, Pepe Hagi. Alberto Hagi Jr. losing the play. Alberto Pedro Hagi takes it on forward. Eduardo shoots. Eduardo's shot takes a bounce. It's cleared away by Ernesto Trotz. Here comes a backhander by Eduardo Hagi. So Hagi, Eduardo says, look, that ball was going in. I'm going to come back and score, and he does, this time on a back shot. 3-2 the score. Back at midfield. The ball's bowled into play. Eduardo Hagi, first man there with a back shot. Gonzalo Pires sends the backhander up towards his forwards. Alfonso, Ernesto Trotz coming in. Alfonso Pires follows on down. Alfonso, number 2 for La Spadana. Alfonso Pires trying to get past Eduardo Hagi. Alfonso slowing it down to the boards. They're in the corner. What a bump by Eduardo Hagi. Hagi pushes Alfonso wide. Hagi's backhander into a pony. Coming up in the air with mallets, and now the whistle sounds. Penalty number 5 will be awarded in favor of Indios Chapele Fu. Notice the rounded corner of the boards. Keep that play going rather than get into a dead corner. All right, Eduardo Hagi's shot. Up to brother Pepe. Gonzalo Pires taps the ball once, slows it on down, looking down to his forwards. Gonzalo tries to reach Carlos Gracida, a little bit short. Gonzalo comes through. Benjamin Raja clears that ball into neutral territory. Benjamin's drive against the boards, coming in quickly. It's Pepe Hagi. Pepe, challenged by the La Spadana defense. His shot carries over the boards and out of play. Spadana, the defending champions. All right, the ball's in play. Taken out of there now by Ernesto Trotz. Trotz hammers the next shot towards that goal. Gonzalo Pires comes in, gives up the line as Eduardo Hagi backs that ball sky high. Hagi's shot blocked by Carlos Gracida, sent further back by Gonzalo Pires. Moving into play now, Eduardo Hagi. He's lost the ball, but Alberto Pedro follows right behind. Alberto's shot knocked away by Ernesto Trotz. Here comes Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo shoots, and it's right between the goalposts. Gonzalo Pires ending off chucker number 1 with his first score of the game, and it's now 4-2 at the end of 1 full chucker of play in favor of La Spadana. All right, the first chucker went to La Spadana, 4-2. Getting ready to start chucker number 2. Tayo Estrada lines the players up, gives them back the ball. Out of the back of the lineup, Eduardo Hagi puts one downfield. Alfonso Pires decides to turn. Alfonso, the number 2 in the green. Alfonso Pires sending the ball off the playing field once again. Umpire Gabriel Donoso from Chile gives the ball to the players. Out of the lineup, Gonzalo Pires, strong shot downfield. Benjamin Raja for the defense. Benjamin, his drive right along the boards, picked off by teammate Alberto Pedro Hagi. Alberto Pedro Hagi, former 10-goal player, father of Pepe and Eduardo. All right, it's Alberto sending the ball back up to Pepe once again. Pepe tries to reach that goal. It's rolling, just outside the goalpost. But what a shot, as you can clearly see by the roar of the crowd. So, unlucky break for Indios Chapele Fu. The knock-in to be taken by Ernesto Trotz. Trotz taps the ball along the ground. Pepe coming in to challenge. Trotz decides to hit the ball, this time into the pony of Pepe Hagi. Turning back quickly. Trotz, Hagi. As Alfonso Pires gets a short backhander, Alberto Pedro Hagi shoots towards goal, but the whistle has sounded. All right, the 2 mounted officials, Tayo Estrada, Gabriel Donoso, coming over to confer with Pete De Merlos, our referee at the sideline. After a little discussion, the ball has been set down for a penalty 2. 30-yard undefended shot of goal awarded in favor of Indios Chapalefu. Eduardo Hagee approaching the penalty 2. Eduardo, powerful drive against the board and right on through for the score. So Eduardo Hagee converted a 2 and a 3. 1989 Argentine Open. Alfonso Pierres next the ball against the boards. Coming over to the play, it's Benjamin Araja. Benjamin, number 3 in white, setting up his number 4. Eduardo Hagee. Eduardo not hitting that ball quite as cleanly as he'd like to. Can't pick up the bouncing ball. Gonzalo Pierres turns it around for La Espadan. Gonzalo heading the charge down the ground. Gonzalo, he's got Alfonso Pierres advancing forward. What a drive by Gonzalo in the corner, however. Gonzalo coming in quickly, tries to keep it on the field, but it looks like, yes, it is still in play. Alfonso Pierres with a backhander. Alfonso's shot stolen away by Benjamin Araja. Up to his number 1, Pepe Hagee. Alberto Hagee Jr. coming against the boards. Pepe trying to use the sideboards. Can't connect with the ball. Benjamin is there. Benjamin, his shot deflected off the pony of Ernesto Trotz. Benjamin going forward. Benjamin Araja heading on downfield. Alfonso Pierres coming over. Alfonso blocks the attack. What a pickup, though, by Pepe. Pepe Hagee. His drive off the left-hand side. Can't get down there in time. It'll roll over the back line. So, nice run by the Indios Chapalefu team. Good open game so far. And the score, 4-3, as we see Ernesto Trotz behind the line for the knock-in. Ernesto, powerful drive. Up towards the sideboards. Alberto Pedro Hagee turns it back for Indios Chapalefu. Pepe runs in on the play, takes it forward. Pepe, next shot towards that goal. Gonzalo Pierres coming in to try to make the save, but it does roll wide before he can get there. So, Indios Chapalefu knocking on that door. La Espadan with the knock-in by Ernesto Trotz. Ernesto dribbling forward across the goal mouth. Ernesto, grass cutter up the ground. Alfonso Pierres can't get to the position. Eduardo Hagee will back it up for Indios Chapalefu. Ernesto Trotz challenged by Pepe Hagee. Gonzalo can't get back to the line. Here comes Pepe. Excuse me, Alberto Pedro. Gonzalo on a breakaway. And now we hear a late whistle. So, let's see what they decide on this play. So, after a little discussion, the play will go in favor of Indios Chapalefu. The ball has been set down on the 30-yard line, 40-yard line for a penalty 3. So the tying goal is on the penalty line. Eduardo Hagee approaches. Eduardo's shot up in the air, out of the reach of everyone, onto Avenida Libertador and through the goal. So, tying it up at 4-all. Eduardo Hagee, powerful neck shot downfield. Alberto Pedro Hagee coming in with Alfonso Pierres. Alfonso backing the ball down the ground. Picked off nicely by Benjamin Araja. Benjamin heading towards goal. Benjamin Araja. Deep neck shot right towards that goal. Stopped by the pony of Alfonso Pierres. Gonzalo Pierres challenging with Benjamin. Right behind it's Alberto Pedro Hagee. Alberto Pedro Hagee comes through the traffic, and he's got the score. So the question is, did Alberto Pedro score that goal, or was it Tayo Estrada lining the players up, waiting for them to line up correctly. And now puts the ball into play. Coming out of the lineup, Benjamin Araja, short backhander. Placed downfield for Alberto Pedro. Stolen away by Alfonso Pierres. Alfonso, number 2 for La Espadan. His shot bounces over the boards right down here in front of us. So, 5-4 the score. Indios Chapalefu with the lead. The ball into play. Coming out of the bowl end, it's Gonzalo Pierres. His shot turned around by Benjamin Araja. Off the pony of Gonzalo Pierres. Gonzalo's there once again. Pierres, his shot again returned by Benjamin Araja. Alfonso Pierres coming cross field. Alfonso cuts that ball away. Alfonso Pierres, the number 2 for La Spadana, straightens it out. Alberto Pedro Hagee backs it up, sets up his number 1, Pepe Hagee. Alberto Hagee Jr., Pepe, on the attack. Ernesto Trotz makes the backhander. Across the field comes Gonzalo Pierres. Eduardo Hagee, what a bump. Eduardo steals the ball from Gonzalo. Gonzalo says, hey, I'm going to push you right back and take that ball, and he does. Gonzalo Pierres moving into the line. Eduardo will get there first. Eduardo, his backhander caroms off a pony's leg and into the crowd. Little less than 1 minute remaining in chukker number 2. 5-4 the score. Indios Chapalefu in the lead. Benamin tries the next shot. Alberto Pedro gives the ball to Pepe Hagee. Pepe on a fast pony. Ernesto Trotz trying to come in and close that door. Pepe takes the ball behind Ernesto. Ernesto slows down. Pepe shoots. Pepe's drive. It's wide to the right. So, Indios Chapalefu opening up this game. They've had some fantastic runs so far. And this should prove to be a seesaw, very fine polo match. Ernesto Trotz, powerhouse off the back line. There's the bell. Benjamin Araja, short backhander, picked up by Gonzalo Pierres. Gonzalo tapping the ball forward. He's got Carlos Cressida moving down the field, bumping a ride off by Benjamin Araja. Here comes Alfonso Pierres up the left-hand side. Alfonso bumped by Alberto Hagee. Look at this play by Pepe. Pepe backs that ball, turns right on his own line, giving it up to his number 3, Benjamin Araja. Pepe overrides the bouncing ball. It's backed away by Ernesto Trotz. Alfonso Pierres trying to reach Carlos Cressida. Carlos moving into play. Here comes Eduardo Hagee, challenged by Cressida, as Pepe takes the line and the whistle sounds, ending the chukker, and listen to this crowd. So, 2 mounted officials, Gabriel Donoso, Tayo Estrada, having a few words with Alberto Hagee. I think Alberto is inviting him out for cocktails after the game.
What a speed.
So, laid it on Alfonso, a little funny. And they've let other people keep the lines.
All right.
Second chukker certainly goes to Indios Chapalefu. They were 3-0 against La Spadana, that chukker. Penalty 4, awarded in favor of La Spadana. Ernesto Trotz shoots. It's up in the air. It's wide to the right. And the score will remain 5-4. And listen to that Indios Chapalefu crowd across the field. Eduardo Hagee taps the ball in along the ground. Eduardo, powerful drive, reaching midfield. What a shot. Alberto Pedro can't quite pick up the ball. It's turned back by Ernesto Trotz. Gonzalo Pierres, his backhander, picked off by Benjamin Araja. Gonzalo challenging Benjamin. Benjamin gives the ball to Eduardo Hagee. Carlos Cressida can't get the backhander. Eduardo Hagee continues to play forward as Alfonso Pierres traps the play, takes it around towards the sideboard. Alfonso getting past Eduardo Hagee. Alfonso still moving the ball forward. Benjamin Araja, short drive against the boards. Pepe coming in. Here comes Gonzalo Pierres to meet the play. Gonzalo's shot. Taken around now by Alberto Pedro Hagee. Alberto Pedro straightens it out, goes downfield. Alfonso Pierres coming in. So does Pepe. Alfonso turns it back to Carlos Cressida. Carlos trying to cut behind Eduardo Hagee. Carlos lets that ball fly off the pony of Eduardo Hagee. Carlos Cressida bumped in there by Hagee. Advances forward, however. Carlos going for the next shot towards goal. It's partially blocked by Alberto Pedro. It's rolling towards goal. It's saved in the limited time by Eduardo Hagee. So what a save. What a next shot by Carlos Cressida. Now it's Ernesto Trotz moving in and takes the whistle. The ball has been moved up to midfield for a penalty 5. Eduardo Hagee hitting so well today. Look at this shot by Eduardo. That ball is going. Saved about 2 feet from the line by Gonzalo Pierres. That shot 149.5 yards downfield. Carlos Cressida backs it away for La Spadana. What a powerful shot by Eduardo Hagee. Here comes Gonzalo Pierres. Gonzalo hitting it down the line, but Alberto Pedro sends the back shot across the middle of the field. Gonzalo Pierres turns on the play. Gonzalo calling off brother Alfonso, coming on the line once again. Gonzalo getting that ball high in the air. His shot takes a bounce towards the boards. Picked up nicely by Alfonso Pierres on the bounce. Alfonso running in the line. Alberto Pedro hooked in the play by Alfonso. Eduardo clears it across field. It will take a hop off the playing field. So we're seeing some fast polo today. These ponies are covering a lot of ground here on field number 1 at Palermo Stadium in downtown Buenos Aires. The 1989 Argentine Open. Out of the pack, Carlos Cressida losing the play. Pepe Hagee turns it back for Indios Chapalefu. Ernesto Trotz checks over his shoulder, tries the tail shot. A little too much angle. It will travel off the field. Out of the lineup, Gonzalo Pierres, challenged by 2 Indios Chapalefu players, and the ball again finds itself off the field. The ball lodged against the boards, taken away by Alfonso Pierres. His shot sent back off the field again by Eduardo Hagee. The players up once again. Tayo bowling that ball into play. Picked off by Gonzalo Pierres. Here comes Pepe Hagee, and there's the whistle stopping the play. Looks like Carlos Cressida was hit in the head with a mallet. He's off his pony. You'll note that here in Argentina, the umpires stand off the field when bowling the ball in, and the players are right up against the boards. A new rule in the United States Polo Association is that the players should back up away from the boards, and the umpire will bowl the ball in from inside the playing field. And this does minimize the amount of times that ball will go out of play. Here we've witnessed an opportunity for the ball to go out of play about 6 times within a minute in the same area. Okay, looks like Carlos Cressida is back on his pony, and Gabriel Donoso will start play with a bowl in. 5-4 the score. Chapalefu on top. Midway through chukker number 3. The ball's in play. Alberto Pedro. Nice neck shot down the field. Benjamin Araja coming in, bumped hard by Alfonso Pierres. Alfonso's shot stolen by Gonzalo. And again we have a whistle as the 2 officials look to our referee, who put all right, the ball's in play. Benjamin Araja, nicely back ball, setting up his number 1, Pepe Hagee. Pepe comes in, but Ernesto Trotz will make the backhander for La Espadan. Gonzalo Pierres looking downfield. A little bit short of Carlos Cressida. Carlos turns, makes the backhander, and Carlos Cressida will get his 4th goal of the game. So La Espadan scoreless for almost 2 chukkers. Now each. All right, back to midfield. Ernesto Trotz, his backhander blocked by Eduardo Hagee. Here comes Gonzalo Pierres to make the backhander. And Carlos Cressida takes the pass. Carlos sails a pass right towards goal. It's looking good. Carlos Cressida scoring from about 90 yards out. A little bit of a cut shot, and Carlos Cressida gets his 5th goal of the game, and it's now 6-5 as La Espadan regains. Ernesto Trotz, powerful neck shot along the ground. No one there to take the pass. Eduardo Hagee checking over his shoulder. Eduardo decides to turn. Alfonso Pierres keeps his eye on him. Eduardo faces off, sends the ball downfield. Pepe with lots of speed can't get there in time as Ernesto Trotz cuts it towards the boards. Carlos Cressida, deep neck shot, well placed for Alfonso Pierres. Alfonso scoops it out in the open, sets up brother Gonzalo. Gonzalo tries to give it back to Alfonso. Alfonso can't get the line. Pepe with a backhander. Ernesto Trotz called by Gonzalo Pierres to hold on to the ball. He does. Now faces off downfield, leaves 2 Indios Chapalefu players behind in his wake. A nice shot by Trotz. Looks like it may score. No, it's wide to the right. Nice attempt. And the score remains 6-5. We'll have a knock-in by Eduardo Hagee for Indios Chapalefu. Gonzalo Pierres coming over to get a mallet. It's 4 against 3. Eduardo Hagee puts the ball downfield. Ernesto trots, rides in for the defense. Looks at Gonzalo, says, I've got the ball. I'm going to give it back to you. Tries to with the next shot. Can't quite straighten it out. The ball bounces against the boards. Ernesto trots, coming in there now. Ernesto, his tail shot over the boards and out of play. About 30 seconds left in the chukker. 6-5 the score. Las Padana on top. Out the back door. It's Benamin Araja working his way towards that Indios Chapele goal. Araja's shot blocked by Trots. Excuse me, that was Carlos Cressida. Here comes Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo loses the bouncing ball in the corner. Pepe Hagee, his shot picked off now by Carlos Cressida. Carlos drive off the playing field. And there's the bell ending chukker number 3. So at the end of 3 full chukkers of play, the score, Las Padana 6, Chapele 5. Well, as you can see in here, this little Indios Chapele have quite a rooting section on the other end of the field. That's why when they'll make a good play or make a good run, they'll sure go crazy. Gabriel Donoso ready to bowl that ball in to start chukker number 4. Another false start. Pepe Hagee coming back into the lineup. Gabriel says, back up, guys. Give me a little room. All right, the ball's in play. Alberto Hagee tries the backhander. Here comes Carlos Cressida. His shot over the sideboards. Whistle blows, stopping the clock. All right, now Gabriel Donoso gives the ball to the players. Alberto Hagee, his shot, blocked by a pony, comes in the air. Gonzalo Pires turns back for Las Padana. Gonzalo, he's got Carlos racing downfield. Excuse me, Alfonso racing downfield. Moving to the play, it's going to be Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo, his shot, turned around by Pepe Hagee. It's a loose ball. Ernesto Trots can't get the line. Alberto Pedro sends it across field. Picked off now by Alfonso Pires. Alfonso holds onto the ball against the boards. Alfonso can't quite reach it as Benamin Araja clears it away from the sideboards. Eduardo Hagee puts the ball off the field. So they're right down in front of us. And Alberto Hagee takes the next shot. Downfield. Pepe picking it up. Pepe's drive. Stolen away by Gonzalo Pires as Alberto Pedro takes it out of the air. Here comes Benamin Araja stroking his way towards goal. Alfonso Pires moving in. Alfonso's backhander. Taken away by teammate and brother Gonzalo Pires. Gonzalo's mallet is hooked. Alberto Pedro makes the backhander. Benamin Araja pushes it forward. Ernesto Trots coming in for the play. Ernesto slaps the ball forward. Right down was number 2, Alfonso Pires. Alfonso giving the ball to the scoring machine. It's Carlos Cressida out in front. Carlos checks over his shoulder. Eduardo Hagee comes in, hooks the mallet. Carlos still has a piece of it. Carlos shot. It's just wide to the right. So, Eduardo Hagee, great defensive play. Holding back Carlos Cressida. Carlos gets hooked, still reaches for the ball, but unable to put it through the goalpost. Score now 6-5. Eduardo Hagee brings the ball into play. Gotta get back there and do it again. Now it's Eduardo Hagee to take the knock in, this time across the goal mouth. Carlos Cressida moves into challenge. Eduardo sends about a 40-yard drive up the side of the field. Eduardo coming on his own line. Eduardo puts it right into the crowd. So, again, the Indios Chapaleafu rooting section is up on their feet, banging the drum, blowing the horn. The ball into play. Coming out of the lineup, Alberto Pedro sending a pass to Pepe. Pepe with lots of speed. Pepe Hagee pulling away, though. It's Ernesto Trotz going back to the defense. Pepe tries to score from about 90 yards out. Doesn't hit it quite cleanly enough. Alfonso Pierez turns that ball in the corner. Alfonso, it's right along the back line. Gonzalo Pierez comes in, makes a short backhander. Alfonso coming in, so does Alberto Pedro. Alfonso's got the ball. Alfonso Pierez still moving the ball forward. Alfonso, the number 2 in green. Alfonso Pierez, look at the speed of Pepe Hagee as he comes into challenge. Pepe with a short backhander, well placed along the ground. Eduardo Hagee called off now by Benjamin Raja. Benjamin slowing down behind. It's Eduardo Hagee. Benjamin Raja. The ball bounces. Eduardo falls in line behind. Eduardo driving a pass up to his number 2, his dad, Alberto Pedro. At Gonzalo Pierez whips that ball across the field into neutral territory. Gonzalo's shot takes the bounce. It's off the polo field. Midway through, chucker number 4, 6-5 the score in favor of La Espadaña. Out of the bowl in. Eduardo Hagee with a backhander. Ernesto Trotz is there for La Espadaña. Trotz takes that ball across the goal mouth. Into the corner comes Pepe Hagee. Pepe, short backhander. Eduardo coming in with his mallet up. The whistle now sounds. Penalty 3 awarded in favor of Indios Chapaleafu. Eduardo Hagee. Eduardo, again, it's high and straight and right through the goal. And it's all tied once again at 6 goals apiece. Eduardo Hagee converting his 4th open goal penalty shot of the game. So, penalties have been costly for La Espadaña. 6-6 the score. Indios Chapaleafu has converted 4 open goal penalty shots. All right, the next shot by Pepe is off the polo field. Pepe Hagee tries to get out of the crowd. His shot over the sideboards. Tayo Mauricio Estrada lines the players up. Now gives them the ball. Out comes Benjamin Raja. There goes Gonzalo Pierez. Gonzalo out in front of Eduardo Hagee. Gonzalo Pierez working his way forward. Eduardo Hagee comes in. Gonzalo takes it on the near side. Eduardo reaches. Gonzalo shoots. Gonzalo. Pepe Hagee not too happy about that play. Still swinging his mallet. What they're trying to say is that he went to the wrong side. However, the umpires don't think so. And the score is now 7-6 as Gonzalo. So, Tayo Estrada lines the players up for the bowl in. About a minute and a half left in chucker number 4. 7-6 the score. La Espadaña in the lead. Okay. Ball comes into play. Pepe Hagee breaks out quickly. Pepe running it down in the corner. He's gone too far to the left. Ernesto Trotz coming over to challenge. Ernesto waits for Pepe. Pepe waits and goes behind. Gonzalo Pierez steals the ball. Benjamin Raja jumps on that loose ball quickly. Benjamin's shot taken now by Ernesto Trotz. Trotz coming in quickly. Trotz takes it up the sidelines. Ernesto Trotz, he's got Gonzalo Pierez behind. Trotz, powerful drive. Alfonso Pierez coming in. Alberto Pedro with a backhander. As Pepe Hagee moves in with a cut shot across field right to his number 3, Benjamin Raja. Benjamin backs it back across field. Pepe can't get the line. Ernesto Trotz comes in. Trotz sends that ball away. Ernesto Trotz followed down by Gonzalo Pierez. Alfonso Pierez getting him out on the play. Here comes Ernesto. Ernesto being challenged now by Pepe. Pepe hooks the mallet. Ernesto's not too happy and moving across the field. It's Alberto Pedro for Indios Chapaleafu. Gonzalo Pierez sneaks in, takes the play. The crowd whistles. The shot by Pierez. Okay. Looks like we've got a lot of referees on the outside. The ball backed up by Gonzalo Pierres towards that goal. Here's the bell. Alberto Pedro. Short backhander. Well placed across the middle. Moving into play. It's Alfonso Pierres with a back shot. Eduardo tries to knock it down. Gonzalo calls Carlos Gracida off. And it's stolen, though, by Alberto Pedro Hagee and put through for the score by Ernesto Trotz. So what looked like... We didn't get to see 39 goals. Oh, he's got to. Definitely. He's playing very well. He's just so strong. He's the strongest out of all 8 players. All right, Money. Money? Okay. All right, getting ready to start. Chucker number 5. The score, Las Padania 8. Chapalefu 6. Benjamin Raja. Backhander up to Eduardo. Eduardo challenged there by Trotz. Okay, Eduardo Hagee seems to be all right. The ball back in play. And Pepe not too happy because he wasn't there when they bowled the ball in. Benjamin Raja not too happy himself as Alfonso Pierres comes away with the ball. Alfonso moving up the right-hand side of the field. Carlos Gracida reaches behind the pony of Pepe. Eduardo Hagee comes in and the whistles stop play. Penalty 5 given to Indios Chapalefu at the point of the infraction. Indios Chapalefu down by 2. What a shot by Eduardo Hagee. Another 140-yard shot or more. Ernesto Trotz sends the backhander down along the ground. Benjamin Raja decides to turn. Benjamin, can he get past Gonzalo Pierres? Pierres backhander picked off Alberto Hagee of Indios Chapalefu. Benjamin Raja gets quickly on the line. Benjamin dribbles the ball. Benjamin, nice mallet work. Fires a shot. It's going, going, going. It's stopped in the nick of time by Ernesto Trotz. But what a drive by Benjamin Raja. Coming in on the line now. It's Alfonso Pierres. Alfonso ridden off by Pepe Hagee. Pepe comes to the line. A little stalemate here, and the whistle sounds. Eduardo Hagee, his first attempt at 4 today. Eduardo, it's up, 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 but wide. Unbelievable. He has put those penalty 2s and 3s right between the goalposts, high in the air. Could have scored 4s easily. So the score will remain 8-6, and we'll have a knock-in by Ernesto Trotz. Trotz getting the ball past Pepe Hagee. Benjamin Raja turns, can't quite pick it up. Gonzalo Pierres breaks out in the clear. Gonzalo, he's got Carlos Gracida out in front. The ball takes an awkward bounce. Gonzalo whips it up forward, though. Carlos Gracida trying to keep Eduardo Hagee out of there. Gonzalo Pierres fires a shot towards that goal. Alberto Pedro, nice defensive play with a tail shot across field. Benjamin Raja turns to take the pass from Eduardo Hagee. Eduardo shot. Picked up by Gonzalo Pierres. Gonzalo over to Alfonso. Alfonso trying to keep that motion going. Alfonso on the near side, challenged by Benjamin Raja. Lots of speed out there. Eduardo Hagee, beautiful pass right to Alberto Pedro. Ernesto Trotz going back on the defense. Carlos Gracida takes him wide. Here comes Benjamin. He calls leave it. He takes the ball. Benjamin Raja. Raja. Next shot attempt. Blocked by Carlos Gracida. Carlos with a backhander. Carlos shot across the field. Eduardo Hagee is there. Eduardo decides to turn, faking out the defense. Eduardo still got the ball. Eduardo now with a near side next shot. Carlos Gracida comes in. It's over the back line, and Eduardo Hagee and Carlos Gracida come together. And we'll have another knock-in by Ernesto Trotz. Trotz takes it across the goal mouth, setting up Gonzalo Pierres. But wait, we've got a whistle on the play. Indios Chapalefu. So Ernesto says, okay, you know that I'm going to go across the goal. I'll go to the boards this time. Doesn't fool anybody. They're all there. Pepe Hagee comes in with Ernesto. Gonzalo, his pony, scrambling to get his feet. Gonzalo Pierres, challenged by Pepe. Alberto Pedro meets the ball. Alberto Pedro going towards the sideboards, takes a well-hit cut shot off a pony. Benjamin Raja shoots towards goal. Raja's drive escapes that goal mouth and goes over the back line. So again, Ernesto Trotz will take the knock in midway through chukker number 5. Ernesto. Second hit by Ernesto towards the sideboards. Alfonso Pierres is there. He's ridden off by Hagee. Benjamin Raja fakes the backhander, now makes it. Pepe trying to get past Trotz. Trotz and Hagee, they're together. It's a loose ball. Benjamin Raja slows things down. What a pony. Benjamin works his way forward. Benjamin leaves it now for Pepe, and the whistle sounds as Eduardo Hagee shoots. But we did have a whistle before that goal shot, and I think it will go in favor of Indios Chapalefu. Hagee puts the penalty 2 through for the score, and it's now 8-7. So Eduardo Hagee has converted 3 penalty 3s, 2 penalty 2s. Alfonso Pierres moving in for the next shot. Trying to set up brother Gonzalo. Gonzalo comes in. Pepe Gonzalo. What a scramble as Ernesto Trotz comes in. Ernesto Trotz pushed out of there by Eduardo. Here comes Pepe Hagee up with the ball for Indios Chapalefu. Pepe, his mallet is hooked by Carlos Cressida. Eduardo Hagee follows on down the line. Eduardo Hagee loses the bouncing ball. Carlos Cressida slows it down. Cuts the ball back for Alfonso. Alfonso turning on the speed now. Alfonso Pierres, the number 2 in green. Benjamin Raja turns on the speed. Benjamin catching up. Alfonso's shot carries forward. Gonzalo Pierres is there. Gets away from Alberto Pedro. Gonzalo has to go to the near side. And the whistle sounds right in front of that La Spadana goal. Penalty 2 to be taken by Carlos Cressida. Carlos decides to circle around and let Gonzalo hit the shot. Gonzalo's shot. It's a score. Gonzalo Pierres. For now, 9-7 in favor. Back to midfield for the Bolin. The ball coming through the lineup. Eduardo Hagee takes it out the back door. Alfonso Pierres is there to return for La Spadana. Gonzalo Pierres tries to trap it. Can't get the job done. Eduardo Hagee comes across the field. Eduardo coming on his own line. Eduardo against the sideboards. It takes a bounce. It's off the polo field. All right. Carlos Cressida comes up with the ball for La Spadana. Carlos sends the ball up the left-hand side. Eduardo Hagee coming in to challenge. And it's put up field by Gonzalo Pierres. Alberto Hagee, his backhander, up the middle of the ground. Ernesto Trotz racing in for the line. Ernesto backs it towards Alfonso. Alfonso traps the ball. Alfonso met in there by Alberto. Now met by Eduardo Hagee. Hagee shot downfield. Trotz a little back up. As Benjamin Raja meets the ball. Benjamin trying to get past Carlos Cressida. Benjamin fires a drive towards that goal. It's off to the right-hand side. Ernesto Trotz, he's got time. He looks over his shoulder. Which way will he go? He decides to cut that ball away. Carlos Cressida coming in for the pickup now. Carlos slows it on down. Carlos, gets under that ball a little too much. There's the bell. Alberto Pedro, short backhander. Ernesto Trotz comes in. So does Hagee. And the whistle sounds, ending chukker number 5 with the score 9-7.
horsemanship, right?
Yeah.
Good game, though.
Yes. Very good.
So what's your schedule for the week?
Yeah. Trying to get things going for.
Or something?
Is there? Hope not. We're going to start off chucker number 6 with a penalty 5 to be taken by Ernesto Trotz at midfield. 9-7 the score. La Spadana. Ernesto shot along the ground. Up to Gonzalo Piedras. Turned back by Indios Chapalefu. Pepe Hagee comes in the line. Pepe doesn't get enough of the ball as Gonzalo Piedras checks over his shoulder. Gonzalo dribbles it forward once. Gonzalo hammers the backhander right to brother Alfonso. Pepe will get there, however, make the backhander. Gonzalo coming in to challenge. Pepe moves the ball forward once on the near side. Second time. Pepe comes in for the tail shot towards the goal, but it's blocked by Aponi as Pepe comes out with a play again. Moving into the line, Gonzalo Piedras. Mallets are up. They're twirling and the whistle sounds. Okay. Eduardo Hagee take yet another penalty 2. Eduardo shot along the ground, deflected right on through the score. So it's now 9-8 in favor of La Spadana, and Eduardo Hagee, penalty goal of the game, one. All right, here we go. Alberto Hagee takes it on downfield. Alberto, beautiful pass up to Pepe. Pepe shoots. This could tie it up. It does. Alberto Pedro Hagee gives the ball to Pepe, and it's now tied at 9 goals each. Nine the score. Chucker number 6. Plenty of time left. We've got about 20 minutes of polo left. All right. Alberto Pedro intercepts the backhander. Alberto Pedro trying to get past Alfonso Piedras. Alfonso's backhander towards the sideboards. Eduardo sets up Benjamin Raja. Benjamin takes the ball off the boards. Benjamin, a next shot towards goal. Alfonso Piedras clears it away with a next shot across that goal mouth. Alfonso, the number 2 in green. His shot turned back by Eduardo Hagee. It's up in the air. Gonzalo Piedras is there. Gonzalo Piedras. Gonzalo. Beautiful next shot down the field. Carlos Gracida tries to get past Eduardo. What a bump. Alberto Pedro runs into Alfonso, makes the back shot. Gonzalo Piedras setting up Ernesto Trotz. Trotz coming away with the play. Ernesto Trotz, strong wrist, moving the ball forward. He knows Benjamin is behind. He just keeps that ball in front of him. It's Ernesto going for the goal. Doesn't even swing at the ball. Looks for the foul, and the whistle sounds. So Alfonso Piedras will take the penalty 2. Dribbles it on through from about 10 yards out, and La Spadana regains the lead. Gonzalo. Okay, the ball's in play. Backed out of there nicely by Ernesto Trotz. Carlos Gracida coming in for the line. Carlos dribbles the ball along the ground. Carlos now shoots the goal. That shot deflected off the pony of Raja, I believe, or whatever it is, wide. And we'll have a knock-in by Eduardo Hagee. 10-9 the score. Midway through, chucker number 6. About 17 minutes of play left. Here comes Eduardo Hagee getting the ball past Carlos Gracida. Eduardo shot downfield, picked up Alberto Pedro Hagee. Alberto Pedro Hagee can't get past Trotz's backhander. It's met in there by Alfonso Piedras. Stolen now by Eduardo Hagee. Carlos Gracida comes down the line. Short back shot, tries to set up Gonzalo Piedras. Benjamin Raja backs it up for Indios Chapalefu. Alberto Pedro Hagee's there, and look who is here. It's Pepe. This is a fast pony. He played this chucker in this horse in the second chucker, and this pony can fly. He'll have to go for the cut shot. He tries to make the bank. He decides to go for the ball. He's up, he's down, he's all around, and the ball is over the back line. Trots. Bouncing ball up to Gonzalo Pierez, who takes the whistle on the play. 2.5 minutes remain in chucker number 6. Eduardo Hagee with a penalty 5 from about 70 yards out. He almost converted a penalty 5 from midfield. Let's see what he does here. Beautiful shot. It's up, 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 up. It looks like, I don't know. Flagman said yes. There's a discussion down there. There's a discussion. From here, it's hard to tell. Looked like it might have been over the post. The ball did start to curve. I guess it is good. And that will tie up the score at 10-all. And it's now 10-10. Indios Chapalefu with one lone field goal. 10-10 against Las Padana. Alberto Pedro. Pepe Hagee comes in, takes the backhander, intercepted by Alfonso Pierez. Alfonso moving forward. Alfonso challenged now by Alberto Pedro. The whistle sounds right down in front of that Las Padana goal. The ball is set down for a penalty 3. Gonzalo Pierez take the shot. Las Padana in the green. Indios Chapalefu in the white and red. Gonzalo's shot between the goalposts. And it's now 11-10. Last year in the 88 Open, these two teams played to a draw. That theoretically each of these teams could win and then tie against each other and have a split decision. So let's see what happens as Eduardo Hagee backs the ball away. Benjamin Raja, nice mallet control as Carlos Cressida challenges. Gonzalo Pierez sends it forward. Gonzalo upfield. Benjamin Raja comes in. Alberto Hagee cuts behind Alfonso Pierez. Alfonso makes the backhander, and Carlos Cressida gets away from Eduardo. Carlos has the ball at his knee. Eduardo backs it on the bounce. Here comes Gonzalo Pierez. Gonzalo slowed it down just a little too much, but he's got the time. He comes back, makes the recovery. He decides to turn that ball back downfield. Gonzalo Pierez. Gonzalo leaves it for brother Alfonso. Alfonso feeds the ball back up to Gonzalo. Gonzalo coming down through traffic, and we've got a whistle right down in front of that Las Padana goal. All right, Eduardo Hagee, nicely hit ball up to midfield. Ernesto Trots being pushed hard by Pepe. Pepe takes the bouncing ball against the boards. Pepe can't get back to the line. Gonzalo Pierez sends the backhander up to his number 1, Carlos Cressida. Eduardo overrides the play. Carlos jumps in, takes the whistle. Ending chucker number 6 with the score 11-10. Eduardo Hagee to take the penalty 5 from the point of the infraction. Eduardo, high lofted drive right down towards that goal, about 60 yards short. Alfonso Pierez, beautiful backhander, setting up Carlos Cressida. Carlos slowing it down. Carlos holds onto the ball, tries to give it to Gonzalo Pierez. Gonzalo Pierez turns on the speed now. Eduardo pushing hard. Benjamin Raja tries to turn. Carlos Cressida picks it up on the near side. Carlos slowing it down. He's got the time to make the cut shot. He does. Feeding the ball back upfield to Gonzalo Pierez. Eduardo Hagee, backhander on the offside. Carlos Cressida moving in to turn the ball around. Carlos shot, blocked by Alberto Hagee. Taken now by Benjamin Raja. Benjamin, his drive, bounces once, twice, and off the polo field. All right. Now the ball back into play. Benjamin Raja, his backhander towards the sideboards. Alfonso Pierez hammers the backhander out in the open. Gonzalo Pierez, he's got Carlos Cressida moving downfield. Gonzalo holding on to the ball. Gonzalo unleashes a pass downfield for Carlos Cressida. Carlos is there, gives it a little touch, and right between the goalposts. They've got an even dozen now. So early in chukker number 7, Carlos Cressida picks up his 6th field goal of the game. Ernesto trots. Little backhander. Turned around by Benjamin Raja. Benjamin shot across the field. Coming in for the play, it's Pepe Hegi. Alberto Pedro following in behind Pepe. Alberto turns. Gonzalo Pierez has the ball. Gonzalo taps it forward. Gonzalo tries to set up brother Alfonso. Alfonso takes the bouncing ball forward. Gonzalo takes that ball knee high. Gonzalo moving on the line now. Eduardo Hegi rides Carlos Cressida wide, makes the back shot. Carlos right there to pick up the play. Gonzalo Pierez racing in quickly. Gonzalo will make the back shot. A little too short as Pepe Hegi pounces on the play. Gonzalo Pierez moves in, backs that ball off the polo field. All right, we're back in play. It's Ernesto trots trying to set up Gonzalo Pierez. Carlos Cressida turns. Carlos comes away with the play. Carlos Cressida racing towards goal. Carlos moving in for the kill. Can he make the near side shot? He takes the attempt. It's off the goal post. It's still on the field. Now it's wide. Uh-oh, it's still in the field. Gonzalo can't convert that play. So, lucky break for Indios Chapalefu. Unlucky for La Spadana. Guardo, powerful drive down the ground. Alfonso Pierez, short backhander, picked off by Benjamin Raja. Benjamin moving against the boards. Benjamin miscues and right into the crowd. Players off the field. Pepe Hegi breaks away. Nice cut shot down the field. Pepe, he's got the speed. He's heading down to goal. Pepe shot. It's going. It's wide. But that was a broken ball. Did the big half go off the back line? Did the big half stay on the field? Looks like the big half went behind the line, so we'll have a knock-in by Ernesto Trots. 12-10 the score. Trots going across the goal mouth. Ernesto turns on the speed. Gets past Pepe Hegi. Ernesto shot. It's into the crowd again, the other side of the field. Penalty 5 given now to La Spadana. It's Ernesto Trots up the field. Alfonso Pierez on the pickup. Alfonso breaking away from Alberto Pedro Hegi. Alfonso, beautiful cut shot, heading towards goal. Takes a bounce. It may carry. Gonzalo Pierez coming in hard. It's a shot on goal. That's wide by Alfonso Pierez. So, the defense of Indios Chapalefu negating that score. And it's still 12-10, and we'll have a knock-in by Eduardo Hegi. Eduardo shot down the field. Alfonso Pierez turns it around. Picked off nicely by Benjamin Raja. Here comes Benjamin. Alfonso Pierez challenging. Alfonso comes in, backs the ball away. Carlos Cressida turns, so does Hegi. Carlos trying to get away from Eduardo Hegi. Eduardo Hegi puts Carlos on his hip. Carlos coming in to keep the pressure on. Eduardo with a backhander. Eduardo shot. Taken now by brother Pepe. Pepe moving back to the line again. Pepe Hegi. He's got Trots at the back door. Pepe moves in, gets the ball away from Alfonso Pierez. Ernesto Trots advancing forward for the defense. Ernesto comes in. Next shot right towards the boards. Moving to the play. It's going to be Alberto Pedro Hegi. Alberto Pedro, his backhander, getting away from Alfonso Pierez. It's met in there now by Trots. Trots comes out in the open. Trots loses the ball. Gonzalo Pierez is there. Gonzalo Pierez being challenged now by Pepe. Pepe cuts the ball right to Benjamin Araja. Benjamin takes it once in the offside. Now the near side, he's lost the ball. Eduardo moves the play forward. Gonzalo Piedes comes up with the ball. Gonzalo, and we've got a whistle. Eduardo Heggie to take the penalty too. Eduardo, it's up, 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 and away. Eduardo Heggie. Dirty. Tayo Estrada gives the ball to the players. Benjamin Araja gets them out on the first time. Gonzalo Piedes moves it against the boards. Benjamin Araja down along the boards. Heggie pushed out of there by Trotz. Here comes Pepe as Benjamin Araja calls for the ball. Benjamin on the outside of the field. Benjamin comes back onto the playing field. Benjamin sends the ball right towards the goal. Alfonso Piedes makes the defensive play. His shot caroms off a pony right down to brother Gonzalo, but it's backed away by Pepe. Pepe makes the back shot, turns on the line. Pepe over to Benjamin Araja. Benjamin shoots. Ernesto comes in, gets him out on the play. And I don't know if we had a whistle before or not, but we did have. So after all that discussion, it is a safety. Safety will be taken before the end of chukker number 7. If they can convert, they'll have the opportunity to tie the score at 12 all. Eduardo Heggie carefully teeing this ball up. Very important shot for Eduardo. So, go to the scoreboard. After a little bit more discussion, it seems that they decided that they did not blow the whistle till after the bell. So at the end of 7 full chukkers play, the score 12-11, and we'll start off chukker number 8 with the safety shot to be taken by Indios Chapalefu 2. You don't want to play now. Okay. All right. Again, there's some more discussion. There was no safety. It's a knock-in taken by Ernesto Trotz, starting off chukker number 8. Roberto Pedro Heggie with a backhander. Here comes Pepe to turn on the line. Gonzalo Piedes comes in. Gonzalo, little tail shot. Benjamin Araja. Benjamin turns on the play. Benjamin faces off to goal. Benjamin heading on downfield. Benjamin. His shot, it's going. Ernesto Trotz tries to get him out on the play. It's over the back line. So, score remains 12-11. Less than 7 minutes left in the game. About 6 minutes left to play. There'll be no ties. Actually, excuse me, there will be a tie. They don't play it off if it stays that way. It's 12-11 now. La Spadana has the lead. Roberto Heggie, his back shot. Picked off by Ernesto Trotz downfield. Here comes Alfonso Piedes. Alfonso breaks away on downfield. Alfonso, he's about 40 yards out. Alfonso, little scoop shot to goal. He's got the score. Pepe Heggie not too happy on that play. And Alfonso Piedes gets his first goal of the game. And it's now 13-11 in favor of La Spadana. Listen to this crowd. It's now turning for La Spadana. Backhander by Eduardo Heggie. Powerful shot, as we said earlier. This could be the finals. A 36-goal team and a 40-goal team. Alberto Pedro Heggie on a very quick gray pony. Turns on the speed. He's bumped by Carlos Cressida. Carlos makes the bump in the backhander. It's Ernesto Trotz taking off downfield. Eduardo Heggie challenging. Alfonso Pierres turns on the speed. It's a loose ball. Ernesto is there. Ernesto, he's got a powerful drive down to Alfonso. Alfonso turns on the speed. Eduardo Hagee coming in to challenge. Alfonso Pierres, he's lost the ball. Brother Gonzalo is there. Pepe giving the old helicopter. It's Eduardo with a backhander. It's up in the air. It's against the boards. Who's going to get the play? Looks like Benjamin Araja. Benjamin bringing it up the middle of the field, hanging onto the ball. Benjamin now uncorks a bomb downfield, looking for Eduardo. Eduardo's mallet is hooked by Ernesto Trotz. Gonzalo Pierres takes the ball out in the open. Gonzalo now will move in for the back shot. He decides to neck it instead. His next shot, it's off the field. So the crowd on that side of the field, the Indios Chapalefu fans, not too happy as Gonzalo Pierres eats up valuable time. 4 minutes left in the match. 13-11 the score. It's taken away now by Gonzalo Pierres. Up to his number 1, Carlos Cressida. Carlos trying to reach Gonzalo. Carlos loses the ball. Here comes Ernesto Trotz coming from the number 4 position. It's 3 Las Padana players downfield against Eduardo Hagee. Carlos Cressida leaves the ball for Trotz. It's backed away by Alberto Pedro. Alfonso Pierres blocks the ball, backs it up towards goal. His shot behind the goalpost. Score remains 13-11. So, almost halfway through the last chukker. It's 13-11 in favor of Las Padana. Time is out. Eduardo Hagee dribbles the ball one time. Eduardo puts that ball in motion well downfield. Ernesto Trotz sends it to the boards. Trotz shot picked off by Alberto Pedro, but Ernesto Trotz turns back on the line. Ernesto Trotz comes up with the ball again. Ernesto trying to set up Carlos Cressida. He's ridden off by Eduardo Hagee. Eduardo with a beautiful backhander setting up his number 3, Benjamin Araja. Benjamin, he's got Pepe downfield. Alfonso Pierres going to the whip. Alfonso, Pepe, they leave the ball. Benjamin Araja feeds it up towards that goal mouth. Alfonso Pierres coming in for the defense. His mallet is hooked by Pepe. Benjamin is a score. Benjamin Araja getting his first score of the game, and it's now 13-12 with less than 3 minutes left. 1 goal separating these two fine teams. 3 minutes left to play. The ball's back in play, bumping a right off. Alberto Hagee, his shot. Taken now by Gonzalo Pierres. It's downfield. Carlos Cressida once in the near side. Eduardo Hagee moving in the challenge. Carlos shot bouncing forward. Carlos Cressida near side drive. It's going. Eduardo saves it in the nick of time. Eduardo's shot picked off now by Alfonso Pierres. There's action along that back line. There's lots of action right in front of that goal. Eduardo saves the day once again. Eduardo Hagee being challenged now by Ernesto Trotz. 2 players coming against the boards. Trotz, Hagee, that ball is off the field. So we're down to about the 2-minute mark. 13-12 the score. 1989 Argentine Open action. Las Padana against Indios Chapalefu. Benjamin Araja, his backhander downfield. Ernesto Trotz, short backhander. Gonzalo Pierres sends it back a little further. Alfonso Pierres coming in for the line. Alfonso, he's got the play. Alfonso, a little bit shy of his number 1, Carlos Cressida. Eduardo can't get the line. Pepe with a backhander. Here comes Ernesto Trotz. Ernesto sends it towards that goal. It's behind the goal post and wide. 13-12 the score. Benjamin Araja jumping off quickly to get off onto a fresh pony. It's Eduardo Hagee for the knock-in. Eduardo decides to go across the goal mouth. We're right about the 1-minute mark. 13-12, Las Padana in the lead. The ball is in the air. Eduardo recovers with a nice little pickup. Eduardo Hagee being marked now by Gonzalo Pierres. The shot downfield. Carlos Cressida moves in for the backhander. His shot picked off nicely by Pepe. It's Pepe Hagee breaking away on a fast pony. Cressida goes back for the defense. 2 players move downfield. Pierres and Araja. Pepe still with the play. Carlos Cressida takes a shot. Alberto Pedro, he's got an opportunity now. Alberto Pedro's shot going towards goal. Carlos Cressida takes it across the field. Carlos moves in, clears that ball. Pepe swinging that mallet again. Eduardo Hagee makes the backhander. It's up in the air. The whistle sounds. Shots, Gonzalo Piedes, little sneak play. Gonzalo decides to take the shot. He gets past Pepe Hagee. Gonzalo sends a pass up towards Carlos Gracida. Carlos riding hard for the line. Carlos digs it out on the near side. Carlos tries that deep next shot towards that goal mouth. Eduardo Hagee is there. His backhander picked off by Gonzalo Piedes. We've got a whistle. So very little time left in this game. Eduardo Hagee to take the penalty 5. Eduardo, this team can score in a hurry. Eduardo, there's the bell. It's all over. I think they've got to hit the boards, though. I don't know. Some players are going. Some players are playing. Eduardo and Carlos run downfield. Here's another pair of players. Ben-Hami and Araja. I guess they haven't heard the bell or they don't know the rules. We're not sure. Some players have stopped. Some players are going. Alberto Pedro's there. His shot is a goal, but what do you have? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There might be a question of 20 seconds. We don't know. Hold on to your seats. We don't know if it's over or not. So there's a lot of discussion going on down here. Somebody said they heard a whistle. They don't know. We don't know if there's a 20 seconds. Again, they don't play overtimes in this play. And everybody here wants to see some more polo. Half the fans are out of their seats. Some are coming down on the field. Nobody knows what's going on. We certainly don't. And nobody has known what's gone on all fall with how these games are played off. Juan Jose Alberti has come onto the field. He's one of the on the tournament committee. He's discussing it with the 2 umpires. So right now we don't know what's happening. We'll let you know in just a moment. They've got to make a decision. I don't know. There's people on the field. And there's people crowded right around these horses. We still have 3 players mounted here. Somehow we lost Ben-Hami, and oh, he's over on the other side. Unbelievable. There's horses there's people all around these horses. Somehow we lost Gabriel Donoso, the other umpire. He was here a minute ago. I don't know how he got out. Oh, he's on the outside. Trouble as the drums start up, the horses are starting to spook. The goalposts on one end of the field have been taken down. They're still up on the other end of the field. One team is still mounted, the other team is dismounted. The umpires are still here.
So what they are saying now, that they want the goal to score over there, but
No,
the
you
whistle
can't.
was, we can't put the goal.
Can't, 3 guys. What they should, if anything, thought was a
Claro,
penalty
por un
foul.
momento me pareció.
If anything, that's what they should do.
Yeah, but you know. Sí, ¿cuándo vas a entrar? Para arbitrar. Porque no se aplica.
What did that last year?
Una empresa que filma y saca fotos a partidos de fútbol.